The only therapy that ever works is therapy that changes your neural circuits. The neural circuit plays over and over again this pattern, I'm not good enough. You have to change that pattern. Hypnosis changes your neural circuits. Let's find these circuits that have said, I'm not enough, what I want isn't available, and let's get rid of it. So what we're going to do, so easy. I've been doing this every day for over 30 years. You're going to roll up your eyes. So just look at me. You're going to take your eyes up like that. Keep your eyeballs up. Then you're going to close your eyelids down. And then the brilliant brain, which knows everything about you, will say, I don't know why I do that. Your mind knows. Nothing scary is going to come up. And please remember two things. You are not going to relive anything. You're going to review it with fascination. The word cure comes from the word curious. When you are curious, how did I believe I'm not enough? Where did that come from? This feeling that it's not available. Other people have it, not me. When you're curious, you get the answers. You also get the cure. So let's begin. You're going to roll up your eyes. Let's practice it. So this is a practice. Keep your chin where it is. Look up as if you're trying to look into your very own eyebrows and keeping your eyeballs up. Close your eyelids. And if you can do that, getting to hypnosis will be a dream. So let's practice again. Look up. Keep your eyeballs up. Close the lids down. If you can do that, being hypnotized is easy. So let's do it for real. Make sure you're not sitting with your arms folded and your legs crossed, because that's the blocked position. So feet apart, knees apart. Don't hold your hands, separate them, and just do the easiest thing ever. Just look up as if you're trying to look into your very own eyebrows. Keep your eyeballs up. Breathe in, breathe out. And take another deep breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Every time you blink, deep, powerful, healing hypnosis is coming upon you. And just one more time, breathe in. Keep your eyeballs up. Keep them up. But this time as you exhale, keeping your eyeballs up, just close your eyelids right down. All the way down as your eyelids shut down, drop your chin. And I want you to get that looking down feeling, that same feeling you might get as you look over a balcony or down a flight of stairs. You're looking down 10 steps. And as I count backwards, you're going to see your feet, hear your feet, and feel your feet treading each step. Forget now all about the position of your eyeballs. It's no longer important. You're looking down 10 steps. You're moving on to step 10 right now. As each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper. You are taking step 9 and 8. And you can see your feet, hear your feet, feel your feet treading each step. As you move down, drift down, travel down to an even deeper level, you are taking steps 7 and 6, going deeper with every sound you hear. Every sound, every noise, every movement around you is carrying you deeper into hypnosis. You're taking step 5, you're halfway down. You're taking step 4. Even the sound of your heartbeat is taking you deeper into hypnosis. You're taking step 3. Even the sound of your breathing is taking you deeper into powerful healing hypnosis. You're taking step 2. You are taking step 1 as each muscle, every nerve turns loose, lets loose, and you go deeper, 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 deeper. And as you go deeper, I want you to just do something simple. You see, when you're in hypnosis, there is only one question. Am I accepting suggestions? And is my mind making them real? So let's do that. Here's a suggestion. I want you to, with your eyes closed, please keep them closed right up until I have you open them. I want you to imagine you're putting all of your attention on your fingertips. And you're imagining that you've got extreme pins and needles in your fingertips. In fact, as you think about this tingling sensation in the tips of your fingers, as you think about it, it's increasing all by itself. And you can just notice that happening as you think about, I've got this tingling in my fingers. The more you think about it, the more it's increasing. As you put your attention on this tingling in your fingertips, it is increasing all by itself. And you can just notice that happening. And now I want you to move that tingling. I want you to move that tingling all the way down to your palms. I want you to move that tingling all the way across the back of your hands. I want you to now move it down to your toes. I want you to notice that as you think about your toes, they too are tingling, and you can trace that tingling from your toes into the ball of the foot, into the arch, right into the heel. As you notice the soles of your feet are tingling, and then you're noticing your palms are tingling, and you can move that from your feet to your palms, from your palms to your feet. You can have it work on both. And if you just notice, wow, I just thought about my fingers tingling, and then I made it real. That's how the mind works. You think a thought, and your body has to make that thought real. Today we're going to learn to think way better thoughts and make them real. So forget about your fingers and toes and just start to think about a question. When did I ever believe I wasn't enough? And when would I have believed that what I want, what I require, be that love, wealth, health, success, isn't available? After all, no baby is born believing that. We already know that you were not, and indeed could not have been born believing you're not enough and what you want is not available. You must have learned that somewhere. So let's get curious. Let's get fascinated. Let's go back and find out how and where and why and when we learned these things, that today we can unlearn them and leave them behind. So do one thing. If I want you to say to your mind, hey mind, I really, really, really want to find out where I learned I wasn't enough. And I really want to find out where I ever acquired this belief that what I want isn't available. Show me, and then I'm going to get rid of it forever. And I want you to imagine as you say that, you're looking at a screen and a movie of your life pops up. Here you are today, this minute, and you're looking at a screen and you're looking at a movie of you, and you are pressing rewind. And that movie of your life is now rewinding. It's playing backwards, backwards, backwards. That movie of your life is going backwards. You are becoming immediately younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. It's like you're in a time tunnel being pulled back, drawn back, taken back. You are going back, even further back, even further back. You are becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter. Years, months, weeks, days are peeling away from your body as your brilliant mind searches for the scene that caused you to believe you're not enough. You're going back there, back there, back there. All of a sudden, that movie of your life is stopping and something else is coming onto the screen, a picture of you. All of a sudden, that screen is filled up like you've just switched on a computer, switched on a television. The screen is filling up with a scene of you. And I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to answer them immediately. This scene in your mind where you are now, is it daytime or nighttime? You'll find you know. Are you inside or outside? Are you on your own? Is anybody with you? And here is the only question that really matters at all. Is it daytime, nighttime, inside, out, on your own, with people? How old are you about? But here's the real question. What are you doing, seeing, feeling, and experiencing? I want you to stay in that scene and see exactly what you saw. Stay in that scene and feel what you felt then. Stay in that scene as I click my fingers. Your ears are going to open. You're going to hear something you heard then. Something is being said to you, about you, around you, within your line of hearing. It's all to do with why you think you're not enough. Here it comes. On the count of 1, 2, 3, your ears are opening. You can hear something being said about you, to you, around you. And that something is linked to why you think you're not enough. Stay in that scene. I want you to look at that scene with utter fascination. I want you to go, wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that scene. That's when I began to believe I wasn't enough. That's when I bought into it. That's when it all began. I was just a kid, and children do not have logic. They only have feelings. When they feel they're not enough, it stays with them. A child hasn't got the intellect to work out what's wrong. They only have the feeling, something's wrong. Must be my fault, must be me. I guess I'm not enough. So stay in that scene. Keep looking at it, look over it, look around it, look through it. And as you look over and around and through that scene, understand the truth. Any kid at all living your life at that moment in time would have felt the way you felt, would have believed what you believed, would have acted the way you acted. Any kid would have felt the way you felt, acted the way you acted. Stay in that scene just for another minute. Keep thinking, wow, that's when I thought I wasn't enough. That's when I began to believe it. I saw things, I heard things, I experienced things, I lived things. I had to learn what I lived. And what I learned was I'm not enough. Just look at that for 30 seconds more. The scene where you began to believe that you're not enough. And that scene has colored and influenced your entire life. And I just put it to one side. We'll come back to it. We're going to go to another scene. This scene where you began to believe that what you wanted was not available to you. That somewhere in your formative years, maybe even later, you began to form a belief, it's not available to me. I can work for it, I can chase it, it's not really available. I'm never going to get it, I'm never going to get it for long enough. So let's go back again. Back you are again, watching the movie of your life. Here you are today, looking at yourself on a screen. So you've switched on the television, switched on the computer. There you are, you're hitting rewind. And that movie of your life is rewinding, going backwards. You're in a time tunnel, being pulled back, drawn back, taken back as years, months, weeks, days peel away from your body. And as you go backwards, your genius mind, which is just like Google, has been given an instruction. Hey, Google, show me when I had a belief what I want isn't available. And if you put that into Google and press search, it answers. You've put it into your genius mind. It is searching. It already has the answer. And you are becoming younger, smaller, lighter, shorter as you drift back, travel back, are pulled back, taken back, move back to the scene, place, event, time that is where you picked up a belief that what you wanted was not available to you. You're going back to that scene right now. Just be there. As I click my fingers, that movie is stopping at a particular scene. And there on the screen is an image of you. And whatever question I ask, you already know the answer. So here's some very simple questions. This scene where you are right now, is it daytime or is it nighttime? Are you inside or are you outside? Are you on your own or is anybody with you? And here's the only scene, the only question that matters for that scene. What are you doing, feeling, seeing, and experiencing? I want you to see what you saw, feel what you felt. And as I click my fingers, your ears are opening. You're going to hear something you heard then. Very much linked to this belief that what you want is not available. Here it comes on the count of 1, 2, and 3. Stay in that scene. All of a sudden, you can hear something being said to you, about you, around you, over you, certainly within your line of hearing. You can hear something being said relating to you that's led you to believe that what you want isn't available. Stay in that scene. Look at it with fascination, review it with fascination and indeed curiosity. I want you to go, wow, yeah, look at that scene. That's why and when and how and where I picked up a belief I didn't even know I had, maybe, or I didn't know how much I'd locked onto that I'm never going to have what I want because it's not available. Maybe a teacher, a parent, someone told you that. People like us, we don't have money. Relationships never work out. You'll never make money if you haven't been to university. Money comes from money. What did you hear? What did you experience? What did you live? We learn what we live that led you to believe that what you require and desire and want is not available to you. Look over that scene, look over it, look around it, look through it, look at it with fascination, look at it with insight. And as you look over and around that scene, I want you to understand something. Anyone living the life you lived at that moment in time would have felt the way you felt and probably acted the way you acted. But as you look over and around and through that scene, you're seeing something else that isn't you anymore. So I want you to imagine you're holding in your left hand, that scene is like you're holding a Polaroid picture or indeed a DVD. You're looking at the scene that made you believe that what you wanted is not available to you. But you're also holding the first scene, the scene that made you believe that somehow you were not quite enough. You're holding two scenes in your left hand. In your right hand, you're holding a picture of you today. The person today that is not quite getting their goals or resolutions or manifestations to come completely to fruition. And your mind is saying, hey, those scenes in the past are what's getting in your way. Those scenes are your blocks. And here we go. Let's find the pattern, understand the pattern, break the pattern. So look at those scenes in the past to understand the pattern. Look at the scenes in the past, look at you today, see the pattern. Oh, I learned something, I believed something, I was shown something, told something, I experienced something. It led me to believe two things: I wasn't enough, and what I want isn't available. But you know, that really isn't true. So how do we break the pattern? We found the pattern. We even understand the pattern. How do we break it forever? We do this. We say out loud with strength in our voice, that's not me anymore because. So this is about you, but let's pretend for a second it was about me. My brother went to private school, so did my sister. I didn't. A private education was not available to me. I wasn't the smart one, but that isn't me anymore. I've earned way more money than my brother and sister, even though I didn't go to private school and they did. So many doors that were shut to me opened when I gave up that belief. I had another belief: love isn't available to me for all kinds of reasons. And I had to find that belief, understand that belief, and then give up the belief. And then love showed itself to me in the most beautiful way. Love, wealth, success, and health all became available to me when I found out why I didn't believe they were. And changed it. And I changed it by saying, well, that's not me anymore because. I want you to say to the screen, go back to that first scene of not being enough and say to the screen, that's not me anymore because. I'm going to start it for you. We're going to do it 3 times and then you're going to keep going with your own words. So let's do this. Repeat after me, word for word. That's not me anymore because I'm not that little kid. Let's do it again. Repeat after me these exact words. That's not me anymore because I don't live with those people. And one more time. That is not me anymore because I'm not a child who doesn't have logic. I'm a grown-up. I know I'm enough. I know everything is available to me. And now I want you to actually shout at the screen. You're going to go like this. That's not me anymore because. And you're going to finish the sentence. I'm looking at all of your faces. I've got this on view now. I got it on gallery. I want to see you shouting at the screen, screaming at the screen. So let's go. Repeat after me. 1, 2, 3. That's not me anymore because. Give it everything you've got. Justify why that isn't you. That kid who thought they were not enough, tell me why that isn't you. Tell the screen why that isn't you. And one more time with even more conviction in your voice. Tell me why that isn't you. Let's go on the count of 1, 2, 3. That is not me. Ever again because. Shout it out. Affirm it, embody it, state it. Tell me why that's not you. Keep going. And if you need longer, when this session is all over today, you can go back and do some more telling the mirror, hey, that's not me anymore because. But let's go to scene 2. Whatever happened in your life that made you form a belief, what I want it, I'm going to chase it, pursue it, but I have this belief it's not available. I'm never going to get it, or not for long enough. We're never going to keep it. I want you to say out loud, repeat after me, word for word, that is not me anymore because I'm not that kid. Repeat after me, word for word, that is not me anymore because I don't live with those people. I form my own beliefs. One more time, that cannot be me ever again because I'm choosing to think different thoughts, to believe different beliefs. Everything is available to me with bells on. And now I want you to shout it out, scream it. I'm going to start it. You're going to complete it. Let's go on the count of 1, 2, 3. That's not me anymore because. Shout it out, scream it out. Embody, state, justify why that isn't you, why that cannot be you, why that can never be you ever again for the rest of your long, gorgeous, success, love-filled life. Why is that not you? Can't be you, won't be you, isn't you ever, ever, ever again. State it, affirm it, embody it, say it, own it. Make sure your mind gets it that that isn't you. Take another 30 seconds. And I want you to imagine putting your arms around that little kid who believed they weren't enough because they had an absent father, unhappy parent, there wasn't enough money. There's so many, many, many ways we learn in childhood that we're not enough. My brother was smarter, my sister was cuter. So many ways. That little kid who believed they weren't enough and the thing they required wasn't going to be available. Put your arms around that kid. And I want you again to repeat. It's important to do this word for word. I want you to repeat these exact words. Hold that little child, rock them in your arms, hold their hands, stroke their hair. And I want you to say these very words right now. I'm becoming a loving parent to you now, and no one in the world can play this role of loving parent to you like I can. I love you. I think you're amazing. And I want you to imagine if your parent had a degree in raising you with high self-esteem, what would they have said? They would have said, you're such a great kid. You're so smart. You're such good company. You know, the joy of my life is parenting you. How did I get so lucky to have you? You're clever. You're interesting. Look at you. You're so good at reading. You're so good at writing. You're so good with animals. You're so good with your grandparents. You're so good with your brother, sister. You see, I know what you needed to hear, but you know even better. If you could go back in time and fill up the missing bit of you with the words you never heard but want to hear now, what would you say? Let me start it for you. Hold that little child and say, you're so smart. You're so gorgeous. You're amazing. I love you so much. And all your life, you're going to find love because you're lovable. All your life, you're going to find success because you're smart. You matter. You're significant. You're enough. You're lovable. Let's do that one more time. Look at that little child and say these words. You matter. You're enough. You're significant. You're lovable. And now let's do something magical. Here is your chance to finally fill yourself up with the words you never heard, and still waiting to hear. Those words could be, you're the favorite, you're the smartest, you're the most beautiful, you're the most interesting, you're the most compelling, you're the one. Do it now. Please don't wait another second. Nobody can fill up this missing bit of you like you. Say some great things to that little kid. Say some great things to yourself. Take another minute, do it now. Give it everything you've got. And I want you to add some other things. I want you to think of the goals, your vision board, your goals. And I want you to start saying you are going to have an amazing business, amazing career, an amazing partner, amazing relationship, amazing whatever it is you think you require. Say to that child, everything is available to you. The most amazing career is, and for the most amazing career, the most amazing love, the most amazing health, peace, joy, whatever you require, start to say, it's all available to you. You're going to have everything with bells on. Everything is available with bells on. Everything that you require is available to you with bells on, because you're enough, you matter, you're significant. Let's do this one more time, but this time really say it with unshakable, unwavering conviction in your voice. Everything is available to you with bells on. You are enough. You matter. You're lovable. Do this one more time, but I want you to notice how you feel. Someone said to me once, hey, when you said that, I was so angry. It was when you said that, I filled up with tears. When you said that, I just felt so sad or so angry, because you don't believe it. But the mind learns by repetition. So let's say it again. Notice how you feel. And if you feel anything other than thrilled, it just means you've got to say it more and more until it feels familiar. You know, peeing in a toilet wasn't familiar once. Being able to floss our teeth, putting a lens in our eye. So I want you to say one more time, repeat after me. Everything I require is available to me with bells on. I'm enough. I matter. I'm lovable. I am significant. I have a gift to offer the world. And notice how you feel as you say that. We've moved from the second person to the first. It's about you now. Let's check it out one more time. Repeat after me. I'm enough. I'm lovable. I matter. I'm significant. Everything is available to me. If you say, I don't even believe that, or I feel cross or sad, keep doing it until you don't. And if you say, no, I'm getting it, I'm feeling it, this is possible, that's a wonderful thing. Go back to that little child and imagine you're walking through the front door of your home and you're saying, hey, I want you to say this, hey, I'm upgrading you into my world. You live with me. I've created a place in my heart, in my body, in my life, and in my home for you. And now, as I upgrade you into my life, my world, my home, my body, my heart, you can never go back to that old world, because you're living in my world with me. I'm the grown-up version of you. You're the younger version of me, and I am a loving parent, and no one can do this better than me. Nobody can fill you up with praise and love and enoughness and self-esteem like me. And now you're in my world, my life, my home, my heart. You can't go back, because life doesn't go backwards. It only goes forwards. Take a minute and just feel yourself installing, merging, coding, wiring, firing that younger version of you into the adult world where you are the loving parent. You're the one that gives praise, gives recognition. There is nothing that will grow your self-esteem like praise, and no one can do it better than you. When you praise yourself, you grow. Your self-image grows, your self-worth grows, your self-esteem grows, when someone else praises you, you might grow, but you might think, oh, they're just saying that. But when you say it, there's no agenda. When you praise yourself, your self-esteem grows, your self-image grows, your self-confidence. If you are not choosing to do that, then you must be choosing to stay the same. Let's end this session by choosing to grow our self-esteem, to grow our self-worth, to grow our self-image, to grow our self-confidence by praising ourselves. I'm amazing, I'm lovable, I'm gifted, I'm skilled, I'm talented, I'm kind, I'm warm, I'm nice. You see, the words that follow I am will follow you your entire life. The words that go after I am, well, they're going to go after you. So make sure the words that go after I am, that follow I am, are amazing. Let's do it one more time. I am lovable. I am gifted. I am amazing. I am smart. I'm interesting. I'm compelling. I'm worthy. I'm enough. There's so many ways to make good I ams. You can even say I'm a person who always follows through. I'm a person who reaches my goals. I am a goal-reaching person. I am wired for success. I'm motivated, confident, passionate, directed. Whatever you want, say it now. Take this last 30 seconds. And remember, this is not going to self-implode. We're coming out of this now, but you can redo this anytime. Just close your eyes and say, I am. And also in the shower, when the kettle's boiling, when you're getting dressed, when you're cleaning your teeth, brushing your hair, start to make those I am statements. Write them on your mirror, write them on Post-it notes, put them all over your house. But right now, take a deep breath and slowly, calmly, easily come back into the room. Bring that child with you. After all, they live in you now. They live in you. They're part of you. Life goes forwards, not backwards. You're not going over there. You're going over here. Come back into the room. Take a deep breath.